Hey kids, welcome to Unit 1, Lesson 9, Loops, exercise number 2. We have a multiple choice question here. The program is supposed to paint the street while the painter object has paint in the paint bucket, but it has an error. Which of the following do you think is the cause of the error? Looks like we have 4 selections here. And the if statement on line 13 should be a while loop. The while loop on line 22 should be an if statement. There's an if and loop on line 14. The while loop condition on line 10 is initially false. There's my 4 clues. Over here we have the code that is not working. This code definitely looks different. The Painter Plus, that looks exactly like what we've been using for the last couple of lessons. Let's take a look at this code. We have our import statement. We have our class signature. We have our method signature. We're creating a new object from the Painter Plus subclass. It's going to turn right. That means initially it's going to turn right over here. And while my Painter Plus can move north, my Painter Plus should move. North is up to me. So I think this is going to be an issue right here. We shouldn't move north. We should definitely be moving south. If my Painter Plus is on a bucket, while my Painter Plus is on a bucket, we want our Painter Plus to take that paint. Then we have my Painter Plus turn left. And then while my Painter Plus has paint, we want it to paint and move. What do you think it's going to be? Well, out of these 4 here, I think it's going to be D. Because since this while loop is initially set to false, it's not going to run. So it's not going to move. So I think nothing is going to happen here, and we're just going to spin around in a circle. Let's go ahead and see if I'm right. And it looks like I am correct. Answer is D. So yeah, the while loop condition on line 10 is initially set to false. So if that is initially set to true, that statement would execute and our object would move. I know a lot of you are probably thinking about line 13 and 22 because this seems confusing. It's the same line, but it's just saying if we're on a bucket, we want to pick up as much paint as we can while we're there. That's just purposely worded confusing. In line 22, while it has paint, it's going to paint and move. So this again, this works perfectly fine. And on line 14, an infinite loop, as long as there's paint on there and the paint isn't infinite, it would not create an infinite loop. That leaves us only number D to be true, and that's the one we guessed. Key takeaways for this lesson, kids. Biggest key takeaway here is to read and understand how the code works. The real big purpose of this lesson, other than trying to reinforce what while statements are, is really to try to get you to think through the code before you hit run. And more importantly, understand how a while statement works. Remember the anatomy of a while statement. It only executes if that condition is true. Hopefully you found this video helpful, kids. As always, if you have any questions, come see me. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next video. See you there, kids. Bye. Bye.